Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into something really exciting. It's this intersection of strategic business thinking and, well, the real power of artificial intelligence. Our mission, basically, for this deep dive is to break down how you can go from a high-level business idea, one you've already mapped out strategically, and actually turn it into a functional AI-powered product prototype.
It's a genuinely transformative idea, really. This whole process shows the huge potential of turning your strategic plan directly into something tangible, something you can test.
Right.
And we're going to dig into how a specific tool, Lovable, can actually make this practical for you. I mean, think about it. Going from a concept, a well-thought-out one, to a working model super fast. It's not just about building faster, it's about learning faster.
That really is the heart of it, isn't it? We're basically talking about a direct line.
Yeah.
Where your strategic blueprint becomes like the actual instructions for the AI.
Exactly, a literal instruction set.
Okay, so that's the big picture. Where do we actually start then? How do we bridge that gap between the strategy and the silicon? Well, our journey kicks off with something probably familiar to a lot of you, the lean canvas.
The lean canvas?
Yeah. And for anyone maybe not so familiar, just think of it as a one-page business plan. It focuses on problems, solutions, customers, key metrics, that kind of thing.
Right.
But here's the twist we're exploring today.
Yeah.
It's not just a business outline anymore. It's actually a really comprehensive, structured blueprint, almost perfectly designed for an AI to understand and then, well, build your business idea.
Yeah, it gives the AI this holistic view of your whole venture, an ecosystem, you could say.
From the pain points right through to how you'll make money.
And what's really fascinating here is why it works so well. Why isn't it just, a planning tool? It's because it's such a powerful, structured prompt for the AI.
Okay.
Each one of those blocks on the lean canvas gives crucial context to the AI. It's like giving your AI developer a full 360-degree understanding of the vision before it generates anything.
Like a proper briefing.
Exactly. And actually, if your lean canvas isn't clear, the AI becomes this, well, kind of unforgiving mirror. It immediately shows you where the gaps are in your own thinking.
Huh. That's a great way to put it. It forces a certain clarity, maybe even a brutal clarity.
It really does.
Okay, so let's break that down. How does each block act as a specific instruction? Let's imagine an innovator, Priya, maybe. She's got this idea for, say, a sustainable fashion marketplace, and she's filled out her lean canvas really carefully.
Okay, good example.
So first up, Priya's problem block. That tells the AI why her product needs to exist, the specific pain points she's tackling for her customers.
Right, the core need.
Then her customer segments. That defines exactly who she's building this for, her target audience, very specific.
Crucial.
And her unique value proposition, the UVP. That tells the AI why her solution is different, special. What's the core benefit?
Okay, so problem, customer, UVP.
Right. And once the AI understands those, the next logical bit on the canvas, the solution block, that becomes the AI's blueprint for what to actually build, the type of product.
Got it. So the what?
Yeah. Then the channel section informs the AI how she plans to reach customers. This gives context for the user journey, how the product might fit into their lives.
Okay, so that influences maybe the flow or integration points.
Could do. Then revenue streams. Explains how she plans to make money. That's important business context, right? It might influence even basic features in the prototype.
Like if there needs to be a placeholder for payments or subscriptions down the line.
Exactly. Her cost structure outlines the key expenses. And interestingly, this actually encourages the AI maybe to find leaner solutions for the prototype. Keep it simple.
Keep it MVP.
Keep it MVP, exactly. Key metrics defines how she'll measure success later on. This can influence which features get prioritized in this first build.
Right. What's essential for that first validation?
And finally, her unfair advantage. This highlights what makes her approach really unique, and that can influence things like the tone, the emphasis, maybe even specific design touches the AI suggests.
Connecting this to the bigger picture, the importance of detail here is just, you can't overstate it. We've all heard that phrase, garbage in, garbage out, right. It absolutely applies to AI. If you give it vague input, you're going to get generic output. Simple as that.
Makes sense.
So think of Lovable less like a vending machine and more like a collaborator.
Okay.
Like any good human developer, it needs clear, precise instructions. And there's a great side benefit here, like you touched on earlier. Just the act of detailing your canvas for the AI forces you to really think through every single part of your idea.
Right, you deepen your own understanding.
Exactly. Before you even start building, it turns the lean canvas from just a static plan into something dynamic.
Yeah.
An interactive validation engine almost.
Okay, so the canvas is the detailed blueprint. Now, here's where it gets, I think, really interesting. Prompt engineering. This is basically the skill of crafting effective instructions for AI. And it sounds like it's absolutely critical if you're trying to go from that strategic concept to a working prototype.
It absolutely is. Understanding these principles makes a huge difference in the quality of the minimum viable products, the MVPs, that the AI generates.
So it's the difference between just asking vaguely and giving a precise command.
Precisely. Giving a command that gets you what you actually envision. And when we talk about prompt engineering for AI, it's not just about clarity, it's about understanding the AI's very literal interpretation.
Ah, okay. Not like a human who can guess what you mean.
Exactly. A human developer can infer context, fill in blanks, and AI generally operates on what's explicitly stated, so sometimes you even need to think about what you don't want, using negative constraints.
Oh, interesting. Like, don't include X feature yet.
Right. Or even telling the AI to think step by step before it generates the output, kind of like guiding a junior developer through a complex task. You break it down.
So you're almost outlining the logic for it, like writing pseudocode, but in plain English.
Yeah.
That feels powerful.
It is.
Okay, let's walk through the key principles then, specifically for using Lovable effectively. First one, be clear and specific.
Absolutely fundamental.
Avoid ambiguity. Like, the more precise you are about the problem, the solution, the user, the better the AI gets it. So instead of Priya saying an app for students,
Too vague.
right, she'd say something like a mobile app for undergraduate students at K&S, specific university, to solve difficulty finding relevant study groups for specific courses. Much clearer.
Much better. Crystal clear target.
Okay, principle 2, provide context. So don't just state the solution, explain the problem it solves.
Yes, the why.
This helps the AI understand the purpose behind the product, right? So it can make smarter choices about maybe design or functionality.
Exactly. It informs its decisions.
Then define desired output. You need to explicitly say what kind of MVP you want.
What form should it take?
Yeah. Is it a simple web application? Or should it maybe focus primarily on the core study partner matching feature and leave other stuff out for now?
Set the scope.
Set the scope. Then specify constraints or key elements. Mention the really crucial bits.
The must-haves for this version.
Exactly. Like, the MVP must have user registration, a profile, and a search function for courses. Maybe add, but no payment gateway initially.
Right. Defining the boundaries.
And finally, maybe the most important one, iterate and refine.
Yes. Crucial.
Your first prompt probably won't be perfect. And that's fine.
Totally normal.
The whole process involves tweaking it. You add detail, you clarify things, you give new instructions, and then you regenerate. It's like a conversation with the AI.
It really is a dialogue, like working with a human developer, refining the vision together.
Okay, so putting this all together, what does it mean for actually doing it? How do you take these ideas, the canvas, the prompting principles, and actually bring an MVP to life with Lovable?
Well, first, obviously, you need to get set up on the Lovable platform. Sign up, create your account. That part's pretty straightforward.
Standard stuff.
Yeah. But that initial groundwork we talked about, that detailed lean canvas, that is genuinely essential before you even get to the prompt.
Right. Don't skip that step.
Definitely not. I remember one early user, they forgot to specify their target audience beyond just everyone.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. The MVP Lovable generated was so generic, it was almost funny. It really hammered home that garbage in, garbage out lesson perfectly.
Okay, lesson learned. So, canvas locked in. What are the practical steps in Lovable itself?
They're actually surprisingly intuitive once you have that foundation.
Okay.
So the key moment is crafting your first AI prompt. On your Lovable dashboard, you'll see something like create new app or start a new project. Click that.
Right.
And this is where you build that prompt, pulling directly from your lean canvas blocks. You start with your core idea, then you weave in the problem, the customer, the solution UVP.
All that content.
All that context. And crucially, define your MVP scope very clearly. What is the absolute minimum functionality you need to test your biggest, riskiest assumption?
Focus on that core test.
Exactly. You might also want to mention other details like the revenue model if it impacts basic features you need to see, like, say, placeholder payment pages.
Okay. Can we use that student study partner example again for the prompt?
Sure. A detailed prompt might look something like this. I want an AI-powered MVP for university students ages 18-24.
Okay, specific age range.
Problem. They have difficulty finding compatible study partners for specific courses.
Clear problem.
Solution. A web app that uses AI to match students based on their course, their availability, and maybe their preferred study style.
Got it.
UVP, instant, highly compatible matches.
Core benefit.
For the MVP, build this as a simple web app, needs user registration, a profile where they can list courses and availability, and a find a match button using just basic AI logic for now. Revenue will eventually be subscription-based, but not needed in the MVP.
That feels really concrete, covers all the bases.
It gives the AI a lot to work with. Then you just hit the generate or build button.
Then the magic happens. Seeing your MVP come to life.
Pretty much. That's the exciting bit. Lovable takes your prompt, processes it often really quickly.
Yeah.
And then, boom, a live functional web application appears right there on your screen.
Wow. Okay, so you've got this thing. What next?
Now is the time to explore it. Test it. Click around, fill out the forms, see how it actually behaves. Does it capture the essence of your idea?
Does it feel right?
Yeah. And most importantly, does it let you test that riskiest assumption you identified? Does it actually help you learn if your core value proposition resonates? Can you put this in front of a potential user and get real feedback?
Okay, critical step. And if it's not quite right, if something's missing or the flow feels off.
That's where that iteration comes in. Remember the iterate and refine principle?
Right. Back to the prompt.
Exactly. You simply refine your prompt, add more detail, clarify a point, maybe specify a feature more clearly, and then you regenerate.
Okay, so it's a cycle.
It's this iterative prompt and generate cycle, and that's absolutely key to honing your MVP until it's precisely what you need to validate your core idea. Each cycle gets you closer to figuring out that product market fit.
That makes a lot of sense. It's not just one shot.
Not at all. It's a process. And, this raises a really important point. What this whole process fundamentally enables is incredibly rapid iteration.
Yeah.
Testing those core business assumptions, going straight from strategic thought to a functional product you can actually interact with. It just collapses the time and effort usually needed to get that first version out the door.
Which means you learn so much faster.
Exponentially faster.
Oh.
Learning about your market, about your idea, validating or invalidating assumptions at speed.
That's spot on. So we've really taken this journey today, haven't we, from the kind of abstract, structured thinking of a lean canvas, all the way to a tangible AI-generated MVP that you can actually click on and test. It feels like this approach just cuts through so much of the usual complexity.
It really does. It lowers the barrier significantly.
Allows you to move faster, with more clarity than maybe was possible before.
It makes you think, doesn't it?
How much time and resources innovators might have saved over the years if this kind of rapid validation had been around.
It's a game changer for early stage validation.
So just imagine then how this direct pipeline from your strategic planning on the lean canvas straight to a testable AI-powered MVP, how that changes the game for anyone with an idea, especially aspiring innovators.
Yeah.
What new business ideas suddenly become feasible to actually test out when that barrier to building the very first version is lowered so dramatically, when you can quickly validate your riskiest assumption? What stands out to you from this deep dive we've had today?